Hi, I'm Art Kaplan. I'm at the Division of Medical Ethics at NYU's Grossman School of Medicine. Well, probably the most controversial ethics issue of the past year is abortion. As we all know, Supreme Court overthrew the constitutional basis for a right to abortion, Roe v. Wade, and basically said it's up to states to decide whether they want to restrict abortion and how. Some bills are entering Congress by those who would say we should have a national ban on abortion. Some states are moving to put the right to abortion into their constitution or see it voted on, as did happen in Kansas and will happen in Michigan, to affirm the right to abortion. And organizations like the Veterans Administration are saying at their hospitals, whether they're in states that don't allow abortion or not, they're going to permit veterans and their families, I assume, to get abortions, even if the state that the facility is in is restricted. Some places are also saying, New York, California, you don't have to live here. If you need an abortion, we'll try and make it possible for you to get here. So these are obviously issues, questions built on very strong feelings about the morality of abortion that divide and get a lot of heated discussion going. But what I want to mention today is the ways in which the restriction of abortion influences medical practice for everyone that has fallout that I think we need to be paying attention to, because it has some challenges, I think, for medical professionalism that are going to come home to roost sooner or later. So I've talked to oncologists here at NYU, and they point out that for a lot of pregnant women who are suffering from cancer, they want to quickly begin treatment for their cancer, even if it means imperiling the fetus and causing an abortion. But in states, they wonder where there are restrictions on that, do they think that doctors are going to wait? And I've actually heard one or two reports already from oncologists in restricted states saying, until the woman gets sicker to the point where we could say her life is in danger, we're not going to start oncological treatment on pregnant women. But that puts, obviously, the life of the mom in much more jeopardy. You might lose both mom and fetus that way. And I think it is a restriction with an implication into oncological practice that I would argue isn't ethical. Similarly, you have situations where many drugs might cause birth defects, teratogenic effects for the fetus. Accutane, the commonly used acne treatment, and other treatments for skin diseases and other diseases often carry warning labels that say you need to understand you shouldn't get pregnant if you're using this, or you're going to have an abortion if you use this because the risk of having a child with a birth defect is significant. And will that influence the willingness of doctors to say, well, I can't prescribe this for you. Abortion isn't available. Here is an option. So we're not going to be able to use this drug or this dermatological treatment because we certainly don't want to risk a situation where you, unfortunately, sadly, have a child with a serious birth defect, but there's nothing you can do about it. Is that going to influence how medical practice goes? How do we handle restrictions where people create either restrictions on abortion or fetal personhood laws that say an embryo is a person from the moment of conception? How is that going to impact people who want infertility treatment? I think overall, the key issue clearly is, do women have the right to decide whether they want to have an abortion, end a pregnancy, and does the state have any ability to tell them that they can't make that choice, that they must carry pregnancies to term, even in cases of rape and incest, and even risk to their own health? But Roe versus Wade, when it went away, reverberates out. It has implications for all manner of medical practice, whether it's in oncology, infertility, dermatology. And I think we had best be aware of that. I think medicine at some point is going to have to step to the plate more publicly and say, I understand that there are many who oppose abortion, but to practice medicine, we need more leeway when some of our medical practices create situations where abortion may be the only reasonable option for someone who's getting a treatment for some other problem, illness, or disease. I'm Art Kaplan at the Division of Medical Ethics at the NYU Grossman School of Medicine. Thank you for watching.